What's going on? It's your boy Lazy Lightsaber back at it again for another one, fam. So today we're going to be talking about Nintendo and apparently their union busting. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, before we jump into this video, don't forget to follow me. That's at Lazy Lightsaber on Twitter and Lazy Lightsaber on TikTok. And don't forget to smash that like button if you're enjoying this content and subscribe for more content as well. This is what's going on, okay? Basically, we're gonna go ahead and read this article from GameRant.com. So, an unnamed Nintendo employee recently filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board, which is also known as the NLRB. The complaint was filed on Friday and alleges that Nintendo of America, that's the one in Washington, I believe, whose president spoke out against Activision Blizzard just last year, and their hiring firm, Aston Carter, engaged in coercive actions to discourage workers from unionizing. Information is limited as this case is still being investigated, and the National Labor Relationships Board has yet to disclose specific details about which actions Nintendo may have engaged in. However, the allegations appear to include illegal surveillance. Yes, you heard that right. Illegal surveillance, making coercive statements. They put you in a room and say this or else. Okay, firing or refusing to hire employees attempting to unionize, so your livelihood is gone, and engaging in other forms of retaliation. I'm sure they were like, okay, you want to do that? You're gonna do all the grunt work nobody wants to do, and we're gonna pile it on you. All right. Neither the company has made an official statement regarding the allegations. So this came out a little bit probably earlier in the day, but according to For the Win, we have their statement. So, a Nintendo spokesperson told Polygon, confirming the employee's termination, but is adamant that it wasn't for their involvement with the union. So they're saying, yes, we did fire this person who filed this complaint, but it wasn't for the union. That's not true, and we'll get to why that is later. We are aware of the claim, which was filed with the National Labor Relationships Board by a contractor who was previously terminated for the disclosure of confidential information and for no other reason. Nintendo's statement reads, Nintendo is not aware of any attempts to unionize or related activity and intends to cooperate with the investigation conducted by the NLRB. Nintendo is fully committed to providing a welcoming and supportive working environment for all employees and contractors. The statement continues. Whatever. They just try to fill you up with fluff so you can feel good about it and hope that these people aren't being completely shredded at work with crunch times. We've seen it before. Games need to get published quick, and they make these people work like dogs, all right? With little to no pay. I even heard sometimes like they don't even let them go to the bathroom, which is ridiculous. And we're not talking about just Nintendo, we're talking about other big companies like Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks, who have all seen huge surges in union activity because these people get treated like crap and they need to unionize. And I support this 100%. So I've seen a lot of YouTube videos circulating with a lot of information. And I think a lot of the people that are discussing this, it's good that they're discussing this because this needs more light. But I think they lack the understanding of what a union is. And I think that's where maybe I can shed a little bit more light because I have experiences with unions and I was a union member myself. The actions listed above are banned in the United States as they infringe on workers' legal right to organize and engage in collective bargaining under the National Labor Relations Act of 1935. As a Japanese company, Nintendo as a whole is not subject to US labor laws. However, the Washington-based Nintendo of America is. So apparently they use a company called Aston Carter as a staffing buffer between them and Nintendo. There's a lot of companies that do this too. They'll hire like a staffing agency so they won't have to give those workers full benefits, full medical benefits, full dental benefits, so that they can work them on the cheap and not provide the full benefits because they classify them as contractors. So technically their checks or their pay stubs say Ashton Carter, they don't say Nintendo, and that's how they get around a lot of these laws, right? So to give a broad stroke of what unions are and what labor unions are, I think a lot of people are young, don't know what unions are. It's something strange to them. Union membership in the United States is at an all-time low. They don't teach it in school anymore. And this is all just companies that are pushing this anti-union drive to not teach people about what it is to be in a union because it's for their benefit. They don't want to pay people better wages. They don't want people to have medical benefits. They don't want people to be safe on the job. They don't want it because all this costs money. And all these corporations, at the end of the day, bottom dollar is what counts. Profits. They want more. And if that means they got to cut your wages, if that means they got to give you crappier benefits, best believe they will do it. And these tactics absolutely exist. I've experienced these tactics against myself as well. Okay? They absolutely do these type of things. And I was in a place where the union was already established. In a place like this where there is no union and they're starting to organize, it's a lot harder because they can fire you. In a place that already has a union established, it's a lot harder because those contracts are in place and the union protects you from things like this and makes sure that you get a better pay, that you get a fair pay for the work, right? That you're safe on the job, those type of things, that you have medical benefits, okay? Affordable medical benefits, all right? And this definitely protects you against a lot of that. And even me being current there with the protection, I still experience some of these things. So it's definitely crappy that what Nintendo's doing, and they should be criticized for it every single second while they're doing this. They're firing you because you want to form a union, and they don't want unions. Why? Let's think about that. Why would a company not want a union if they're so good? Because at the end of the day, that means they have to pay more out for the wages, benefits, safety regulations, etc. that will be imposed on by the union contract. But let's jump into something that I found a couple of years ago, specifically something that shows that this is probably true. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. Here is a screenshot, okay guys, of the game Mario Maker. And in this screenshot, it shows Toadette. And this was gotten by usgamer.net. Again, all this information, I'll go ahead and put it down in the description below if you want to source it yourself. But it's basically Toadette in Mario Maker talking to Mario, where you have to, in the campaign, the whole thing is you want to reconstruct Peach's castle, right? That's kind of the end goal. And you go on all these missions to gather coins, gather supplies. And in this specific one, the chief says, hey, looks like my entire construction crew is slacking off up there. I blame the union. That is in a game, in a child's game. So they're already bringing up a negative impact on what unions are, a negative tone towards unions. In a game, in a Mario game. So for them to go ahead and put out this little fluff PR statement saying that, we don't union bust, is complete garbage. They absolutely do. So much so they had a line in the game about it. And there's other parts as well that you can read and other screenshots where they say things like this. So when they go over here and say, oh, we did not fire this person for union activity, that's complete crap. They absolutely did. You put this type of thing in your games? Like, I've never seen this in any other game. And there may be other games that have anti-union type of stuff, but just in a kids game like this, in a Mario game, like this is a family game, not just kids, but family. I like Mario. I play Mario Maker. So to find this in this specific portion of this game, and they literally come out and they say it's on the union, try to make them look like they're lazy or whatever. Look, I've worked union jobs, non-union jobs. There's lazy people everywhere, bro. That has nothing to do if your company has a union or not. Nothing absolutely whatsoever. You have good employees, you have bad employees. You have good management, you have bad management. So, just want to set that record straight as well. So I think Nintendo needs to back off, stop violating laws that were set in 1935, allow these people to unionize in the state of Washington if that's what they wish to do. Get those votes rolling. I'm fully in support of that. I hope they do, and I hope they win, and I hope they take Nintendo to the bank and cash out, baby. This is your boy Lazy Lightsaber. As always, may the force be with you. Peace. With